Hi guys and girls. I'm just out here doing a little yard work today. We've got family coming over. I live in a place where I have a bazillion leaves. If you can see that's some of my front yard. I've been blowing for hours and hours today and this week. The unbelievable amount of leaves. So anyway, it keeps me busy around the house. But I was just thinking, with family coming over today for a Thanksgiving celebration from out of town, how much it really affects the PTSD people with anxiety when we have to deal with family, when we have to deal with gatherings. So we have an increase of number of people, we have different opinions, we have people doing things their own way. All these things are triggers that increase our anxiety. Sometimes we get in conversations, people may have different opinions about things, and the way we handle stress, the way we handle confrontation is different than everybody else. And that's why I am putting this video. I just let you guys know, I was thinking, and hopefully it's helpful to you as well, but I think we need to have strategies in place. For example, blowing the leaves. All right, so today I know I've got family coming in town. I could sit around upstairs and I could get stressed. I could go into my office here right behind the camera, and I could sit and stare at the wall, and I could worry about the negatives associated with holidays, whether it's memories of holidays as a kid or certain confrontations I have with family members or what have you. Whatever those things are, I could get in my head and it could create more and more anxiety. Or I could get a strategy, and that's what we're all about here. So number one strategy we want to have is to get moving. So this week, when you're at Thanksgiving, you're at the Thanksgiving table, or you have to travel out of town yourself to go to grandma's house, the reality is you need a plan. All right, so plan some things that you can do before you ever leave the house. All right, or if they're coming to your house, before people ever come, try to pick 3 to 5 things that'll give you an out. It doesn't mean you're going to run to the liquor store and stay gone. You're going to go to the bar or whatever and escape for a prolonged period. But it does mean that you can know that, you know what, if somebody needs something, or let's say you even on purpose, you forget to buy something, some groceries that you'll need, right? And so then everybody's cooking Thanksgiving meal, and you're like, hey, I need to run up to the store here and get something last minute. But you planned it, but it would just give you that out. Another strategy, number 2, other than planning some outings and get moving, but number 2 is you need to plan some areas of your house that will allow you to get some space. Because sometimes when you're all at the table, you're all in the living room, and there's one area, and the conversations start going, or your stress starts getting up, you need to have somewhere to go. You don't have to leave the house, but you may just go to a different area. I know a lot of men like to go to the garage and tinker, okay? Well, that could be great. I do that in my garage on occasion. I've also created, in this holiday environment, and you can see my house again, I've kind of had a woods environment. So out back, I've got a fire pit, I've got a little tent where people are gathering around in the backyard. These are areas that I can shift, okay? So I can go from upstairs to downstairs, I can go to the backyard, I can go to poke around in a fire. You see what I mean? These are the kinds of things that we may be doing, but I want you to get intentional about it, because I want you to have a strategy. I don't want the adrenaline to spike, because then it's a problem. All right, so number 1, we're going to make a plan we're getting active, okay, and we're intentional about some activities. Number 2, though, we're going to create separate spaces. All right, so have in your mind, even if you're going to grandma's house, you can go outside to do something, or a different area of the house. So have a plan. All right, and those 2 things alone are going to help tremendously as the anxiety, and again, it's adrenaline, so we're talking about adrenaline here, so as the adrenaline gets up. The third thing, though, is I think about people that you really jive with who are coming to the house, or who you're going to go visit. Think about those people that are like that warm blanket to you, right? They just feel good. When I go visit certain family members, they're those certain ones that I can just go talk to. My stress is not high, okay? Because they're people I get along with, or I don't, you don't even know what it is, right? There's just kind of this chemistry where you feel good around this certain person. They're not going to come at you and cross. They're not going to, piss you off, right? Think about those people that you're going to meet with, and look forward to that. So that if you're over here in one room and one person is just hitting your buttons, okay, then have a plan. Hey, listen, I'm going to go out. I know that when I get super stressed about this one person, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to, talk to my favorite person, my favorite aunt, my whatever it is, right? You're going to think about those things and have a plan, okay? So with all these things, guys and girls, we know that we've got the holidays, not just this week of Thanksgiving, but we've got a whole month of dealing with this. And so you need to have a plan. So we know, number one, we're going to stay active, because if you sit still, that anxiety builds, the adrenaline builds, and has nowhere to go. That's the problem, is the adrenaline builds up, you get some chest pain, you get jacked up, and you feel it stirring in you, okay? And you don't know what to do. So then you end up being depressed because you don't have an outlet for it. And then, so we want to have a plan to get rid of that. We're getting moving. But the second thing is we're going to plan some additional areas of the home or the places that you're going to travel, even if it's a different city. You want to have some other alternatives, okay? Not just stuck in one room listening to somebody you hate, okay, or something like that. But then the third thing is you're going to pick those, one or two favorite people that you can go and talk with, and it'll ease that stress that you're dealing with, that anxiety. Hit the like button, hit the follow button. Throw in your comments. You may be dealing with some anxiety and some stresses. Just understand that when you're dealing with that stresses, and the reason we have those 3 steps and techniques really to have some solution to the stress and anxiety is that we want to get cured, and that is that we want to be able to love each other, we want to be able to love our families, we want to be able to be loved. Hopefully that's helpful to you. I'm going to apply that myself for this week and the next month, and hopefully we're going to continue to create solutions. All right, you guys have good holidays. Peace.